I don't know if anybody pays enough attention to even notice this, but let me put you in on something. The mind of someone who's been in isolation, the mind of someone who's lived in an institution is different. Every single day, you go through what's called cyclical emotions. So every day you run through the array of emotions, which most people on the street run through, and they're not daily experiencing anger, pain, sadness, gratitude, love. Like when you don't have so much stimulus in your environment, your mind will create memories and scenarios that force you to run through the array of emotions. So these are called cyclical emotions, and it's people in institutions and people in isolation. Their mind works this way in a 24-hour span of experiencing everything. So you would experience every emotion every day. Now you guys out here don't do this because you have stimulus. So the stimulus out here on the street an event will have to take place to directly affect you to then enter a certain stage of emotion. Now, if there's no direct stimulus and the day doesn't really change, you still have to feel emotions. So your mind creates scenarios to run you through these. So out here on the streets, the way your guys' emotional states are, they're like, you may have like a week of like, damn, this has been the best week of my life. And then the next week is like, I'm down this week. Then the next week is like, it's whatever. So it may be weekly. It may be monthly. I mean, this has been the best month of my life. Everything went, it's just, you're being affected by events, what cause your feelings and your emotional states. Someone in prison, they haven't had the stimulus, so their mind runs through it oftenly. And then when you get out, basically, I'm still in that same mental state. I've habitually constructed new neurological pathways in my mind where no matter what, I'm forced into certain emotional states throughout each day at certain times because I just have lived in that pattern for so long. So let me just tell you why I'm saying this, because if you watch my Instagram content, a day of my Instagram content is set up like a lifetime. And cyclical emotions for an individual who's in isolation is set up like a lifetime. So, and you want your day, the day you live, to be in correlation to a quality lived life. So let me explain. In the morning, I wake you guys up with motivation. It'll be like some speaking posted on my wall that's motivating you to live a great day, and it's vocal, it's stimulating, it's let's get to work. Then, midday, there may be some more work being done because that's what we're doing midday. So it'll be maybe like a workout or something. Then as we get to the 3/4 mark of the day, this is where I'll show the results of this life we lived. So the morning is motivation, then into the work. Then we're seeing like a tangible result of the life we've lived and created, which is like cars or, some tangible item that we know as monetary success that we were working towards at one time, and we thought to believe was the point of the work, was to get these items or acquire this wealth, which is needed. It's always needed. All of it's needed. Don't ever think one thing trumps the other. But then what I show you at the end of each day, usually, I don't leave it open-ended at the end of the day because I'm not open-ended at the end of the day. At the end of the day, my heart tells me the true culmination of that day and what it was. So if you look at my page right now, this is Tuesday night. It's a video of Loon running up to Angie, and she's just so happy to see her, and she picks her up, and they're just hugging, and Loon just starts tapping her on the shoulder. And I'm telling you guys that this is really the validation a man receives, is when his work, his sacrifice is seen in the fact that his family gets to live a comfortable life and their needs are met. A man's a protector and a provider. That's all he is. You don't need to be anything else. If you came to my house, you would realize that I'm only looking at the security cameras and making money. I'm protecting, I'm providing, I'm protecting, I'm providing. I'm a fucking dog. Like, You guys may hear my deep topics and deep thoughts, but that's not me. That's me tapping into God because I live a correct life. But I'm a dog. I live the same day every day. I just have the same habits. I run the same thing and I'm not guessing. I know what I'm doing and I do it again. 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 And everything I'm doing is aligned with universal truths, the truth. You guys think your truth is the truth, but it's your stupid depiction of the truth that your ego will actually allow you to believe is true. My truth is the truth, and it's a painful truth because you're never adequate in this truth. This truth is constant preparation for you to be the baddest advocate of this message coming from above that ever walked this earth. So this truth is different than your truth. I follow this truth. And most people are too biased and they're too soft to follow this truth because this truth means you're never, ever even close to what you could be. You're not even close. Even when you've worked your whole life, you still never were able to pull off. You're just preparing the next generation for their starting point. So when I pass the torch, you guys that I'm leading on will have, you have the footing for the next group of individuals that you'll pass the torch to. And that's why now it's ripped, rich, rare. And it's just what it is. It's across the board success. Your spiritual beliefs, your spiritual connection you should be able to acquire success in all areas more efficiently because you're of your spiritual connection. Your spiritual connection should not be a way to bypass and let your ego tell you that you don't need these other things. Your spiritual connection should make you more efficient at achieving success in all areas in this life. It's very easy when you understand how to be an antenna and you can tap into universal wisdom that floats over most people's heads because they're just living in a simple state of desire, guilt, and shame loop and these lower frequency states. But I wouldn't understand. I would only expect most people who followed me for a long time to be able to even decipher this message. But let's sum it up for you. The day you live should mirror the life you want to live. So at the start of your life, it's more, visualizing, getting motivated on what you want. That's why youngsters are always driven to want stuff, and that's okay. You should. And then the next phase is really doing the work, the grit, the grind, the work. This is like your late teens to mid-20s, and then mid-20s to mid-30s, upper 30s even. This is the work phase. Bro, you're grinding. You're in grind mode. Don't take the foot off the pedal. Don't listen to anyone. This is your time to make some fucking momentum and to do the work and to get it. Then, mid to late 30s into mid 40s, this is when you start getting the stuff. Like the stuff starts accumulating and you're like, okay, I finally got into a high success bracket now. And it's awesome, but then you start evolving into your last phase, which everyone knows you've known the whole time, which is true, which is the connections you have in your life and the relationships that are your most prized moments in life. You guys, you fucking idiots who've never been in shape, who say it's not about being in shape, fuck you. Shut the fuck up. Quit talking about shit you've never done, you stupid motherfucker. And you people who say it's not all about money, but haven't even cracked your first million, shut the fuck up. All you're doing is that spiritual bypassing bullshit. You're saying it's more about the feeling in the moment and family and God than it is about the result. No, it's about the experience and the path you walk into getting that result to where you can finally rest at ease knowing that it really wasn't about all that. But you have to attain it to say it wasn't, you fucking morons. Shut the fuck up till you do it, then you can say it. And guess what? I can say it. There's days I don't even think about driving a Bugatti, and then there's times when kids wouldn't even be able to breathe standing by something like that. This is the maturity in possessions. And then the truth is, even when my daughter falls asleep at this time at night, I'll miss her and wish she was up and I could just see her one more time before I go to bed because she's so cute. She's so amazing. She's so awesome. And that's the reality. You'd have to experience it all to know it all, though. But you guys know it all and ain't experienced shit, most of you motherfuckers. who think you know some shit. So stop stunting your mental, physical, spiritual, and financial growth by even trying to move too quick. I just told you the phases you're going to experience. If you try to go through them if you try to get your success too fast, what happens is the ego becomes predominant. And if you earn it over time, it'll be more worth actually attaining it. I love you guys. Let's do this. Let's go. Everybody's sleeping. I can't say it loud. Love you.